Hello everybody. So this was my accommodation last night. It's really set up for the mine workers, and now it's got to find a way out of here, which isn't this way. Oh, I know the way out. Same way I came in. Well, we have a big day planned today. Going all the way to Townsville, about 700 k's, mostly off-road. So the first stop will be Claremont for fuel, and that section will be down a highway. And soon after Claremont, it's off onto the dirt roads, head up towards Mount Coolon, go further north. But I still can't cross at the spillway of the Burdekin Dam. It's 200 mil over the spillway, so there's no way across there, which means I have to go around, and so this time I'm going around towards the east, so I'll zigzag my way across to Home Hill, across the Burdekin River, and then zigzag my way back towards Woodstock, and then it's just down the Flinders Highway the last few k's. From Claremont, I think it's 450 k's to the next fuel, so I'll have to carry fuel in my bladder, but that's okay. Hardly even notice it's there. Well, we made it to Claremont. Now we just have to fuel up and carry on. Well, they only have 95 here, so we'll move on to the next servo and find some 98. Well, all fueled up. I found some 98 at the Caltex in town. Now, set to find a way back to the highway. Okay, off to the dirt tracks we go. Well, we've turned off the highway now. It's about 40 k's down the highway. And this road will take us to Mount Coolon, and after a little while it changes to dirt. Well, we have reached the gravel road. It's about 130 k's to Mount Coolon, and then from there we keep going north on the road that does go to Burdekin Falls Dam, but we're about halfway up that road and then turn right and wind our way through to Home Hill. Now, this gravel road is pretty good, very hard packed, a little bit rough in some places, but generally very good gravel road. No slippery bits or loose gravel or sand. So I've decided that today is a no backtracking day. And so far all of the creeks I've passed are dry. We do have quite a lot of river crossings and creek crossings to make. We have to cross the Bowen River at some point, but there is a bridge there. So no backtracking. Sounds like a pretty good plan. And if I pull that off, it'll be the first day with no backtracking. There's still a little bit green out here, but I can see that it is starting to dry off. It's mostly flat out here, but there are a few low hills. I don't know if you can see in the camera the low hill out in front of us. We're coming up to another causeway. So far they've all been dry. This one's dry as a bone. We crossed one creek earlier, that's also dry. And we've got a little bit of a hill in front of us. Now the road's improved from that wide gravel road to this narrower, more dirt road with a bit of gravel in it. Let's see if we get a view from the top of the crest up here. Yep. See flat land for miles and miles. So this has turned into a pretty nice road to ride on. There are a few twists here and there, so we'll continue on to Mount Coolon. Oh, found the rough section of the road. Last few k's has been like that, and still pretty rough through here. big ruts through here. There's about 60 k's to go, so hopefully it's not all like this. But it's going to be pretty slow going. And there's some roadworks ahead. Excellent. Well, it means somewhere up ahead the road has been fixed. Stone River, eh? Oh, we've got some cattle there. A little bit of water here. Okay. Come on guys, out of the way. That's the way, just run straight in front of me. Welcome to Whitsunday region. Gravel road, drive to prevailing road conditions. Well, what other choice do we have? At least the road has improved now. We get back up to speed again. A little bit of loose gravel here though, so need to be careful. Ah, here's the work crew up ahead. Looks like we've got a wet road now. Wow. A bit slippery. Oh, and there's the grader. I think I need to get off the road. I don't know what you do if you're in a car. I guess the cars have been down here. Whoa, slippery, slippery. Let's see if we can get back on the road now. Yeah, that's better. We're doing a lot of work on this road, but it might take a while to get the whole lot done. Another creek crossing. A little bit of water left there too. There's the rollers. Looks like it's going to be slippery until we get past these roadworks. Another water truck up ahead. Nice and smooth section here though. Wonder if I can get past him down the side here. Maybe. And find a way back onto the road. Well, a bit adventurous, and that looks like the end of the roadworks. We've got a nice smooth road here now. I guess this was repaired recently. Just stop here to let this truck go past and try and get out of the dust. Okay, dust is cleared, let's get going. Well, this has been a great track so far. It's got plenty of twists and turns. It's going up and down over the hills. It does have a fair bit of corrugation in places, but even then mostly you can find a line that's not corrugated. The corrugations tend to just be in the wheel tracks of the cars. So if I get out of those, I usually get out of the corrugations, except on the turns. Can't avoid the corrugations on the turns. And now we come to a better surface. Most of the track has been like this. It's just mostly those gravelly parts that have the corrugations on them. Yeah, so great ride up here so far. Probably about another 30k to our turn. My navigation is suggesting it's 31k, if I can believe it. So we have our first major creek crossing, Rosetta Creek. But it is dry. You can see sometimes the water is right up here. And just a little bit of water left. Don't know if you can see the fish in there. Anyway, that's a good sign for the future creek crossings. Beetleham Strait in front of us now. Well, we've been in some nice hilly country with lots of dry causeways. And some of them pretty steep. And lots of twists and turns. Great riding. And some sharp turns, and here we come to a river crossing with a bridge. Very narrow bridge, and the river has a few pools of water in it, but otherwise dry. So we went on to reserve on the main tank just a little while back at 235k. We have 375k to go. We've got 10 litres in the bladder and 6 litres in the front tank. Should be plenty. Another floodway here. And then a dip. Dips are pretty sharp at the bottom, but still good fun to ride. Another little creek crossing. Now this is a twisty road. More cattle. Here we go. What have we got? Percy Douglas Creek. Man, hard to find a nice shady spot. What about here? Yep, this will do nicely. Okay, refueling done. So we now have 11, maybe 11.5 litres in the main tank and 6 in the front. So 11 and 6, 17 gives us 340 plus another 34, about 370k, and we have 367 to go. Maybe I should get a couple of litres at Home Hill on the way through. Obviously I should have filled the bladder, the fuel bladder at Claremont. I only put 10 litres in it. put the full 11 and a half, and then I'd have plenty of fuel to get to Townsville. Never mind, a pit stop at Home Hill won't be a bad thing. You can get a drink and something to eat, and put a couple of litres in the front tank. Alright, so let's proceed on. I can't be too far now to our turn off. In fact, it looks like I can see it there on the map now. It's about 5 k's in front. It's certainly nice and hilly around here. I can see the track over the other side of the valley there, winding up through the hills. And a detour down there for heavy vehicles. I wonder why that is. Maybe there's something up here that's no good for heavy vehicles. Maybe that little bit of a climb, I don't know. And it looks like we have a car or something in front of us. A bit of dust there. I might have to eat dust until we get past it. Or maybe we'll get to our turn off first. I'll just keep the speed down a little bit so we don't catch up and so we don't have to eat dust. Oh, and once again I nearly missed a turn. Alright, here's our turn. Burdekin Dam, Collinsville. No, so we're still on the road to the dam. So our turn off must be a little bit further down. Well, looks like there's a rock there just jutting out of the hill. So we're just at Red Hill Creek, which is also dry. We're coming up to the Bowen River crossing, so let's hope there is a bridge there. So, looks like they're building a new bridge, but it's not finished. So obviously we'll take the old bridge. And there is a bit of water in here. There's definitely no way we'd be crossing without the bridge here. That great track, and we now have a gravelly road. We do turn off this road somewhere up ahead. And it looks like about 6 or 7 k's we turn off this road onto the first of our more sketchy roads. Well, this is our turn off here. The Johnny Cake Road. So it starts off pretty good. Let's see how it progresses. So we have another mostly dry creek, no flow there, a few pools of water, that's all. And it's 289 k's to go. And it's just about 5 to 1. So the Garmin thinks we'll be back in town at 7 minutes past 4. And the phone app, I don't know how it works it out. Table Mountain Creek. Because it's saying, if I can read it, about 8:30 tonight. Well, I'm sure it won't take us that long to do 289 k's. Well, Johnny Cake Road is certainly a good one to travel on. And in case you're wondering why it's called Johnny Cake, it's because it goes to Johnny Cake Station. Well, I've got to say, Johnny Cake is an excellent road. We're getting into some pretty hilly country here. Looks like we climb up through the hills there. We've already been up and over a few smaller hills. Yeah, what a cool road. The power lines spoil the scenery a little bit, and I can see it winding up the hills way in the distance there. Awesome. We've come to our most western point of these tracks and now heading back in an easterly direction. So we just passed the Johnny Cake homestead, so we stay on Johnny Cake Road for a little bit longer and then turn off onto one of the more sketchy looking roads or tracks. It's getting a bit sandy here now. Pretty green around here. Obviously had some fairly recent rain. And we keep going up and down hills. Let's see what is over the next one. A big hole in the ground just before the grid. Well, Johnny Cake Road has just got more interesting again. Twisting and winding up into the hills. There's some road plan ahead somewhere, and I've already passed one grader. How good is this track? Climbing through the hills like this. Johnny Cake Road has been a blast, but it certainly has slowed us down a bit. The Garmin is now predicting 4:45. I think it will probably be 5:30. Thanks mate, pulling out in front of me like that. Now how do I get past you? I don't think he's going to slow down anywhere. And, oh, look at the dust, I can't see a thing. There's no way I can get past that. That was a bit of a shame, he pulled out just right in front of me. Could have waited half a second. Well, I got past that truck. He slowed down for the floodways, almost to a stop. I could just see the back of the truck through the dust, so he came up alongside. Had to go off into the grass to get past him. I was about halfway along the truck, and I think he saw me and he moved over to the left a bit. I was already in the grass by then. And I've had to shut down my phone. The quad-lock charger is not working properly, it cuts in and out, so we're gradually losing power to the phone. So hopefully with the phone off, that'll put a bit more into it. I've still got the other navigation. Oh, a bit of water in this creek. Well, we've now turned off Johnny Fish Cake. Burdekin River is just a little bit on our left, but we have to go all the way to Home Hill to the bridge to cross the Burdekin River. The only ways to cross it is either Home Hill there, or the dam, which we can't do, or Charters Towers. So we have limited options, and we're taking the Home Hill option. A nice little bit of twin track here. And it looks like we're coming into a little bit of a forest. I tried to have a bit of a look at what this track was like on the satellite map, but a lot of it goes through the forest and you couldn't see the track. And what I could see looked very sketchy, as if there's hardly a track there at all. But that's satellite. We've got a creek crossing coming up here. And look, Townsville's this way. How about that? Oh, I missed the name of that. Of this road. Let's go and have a... Oh, here we go. Tondara Road. So, have we got a bridge over this? Sort of a causeway really, but it's dry. There's a pretty steep entry here. Now, lucky it's dry because any water in it's going over, not under. So this Tandara Road is a blast. It is smooth and fast. We're making good time along here. And the Garmin has recalculated and given us an ETA of 434. I don't know what's wrong with the satellite map. So on the satellite you can't see the road through the forest. Maybe it's looking through at an angle and the trees are in the way because of the angle. That's the only thing that makes sense. There's certainly no trees hanging over the track. We made it into Home Hill. Have they got 98? No, only 95 here. Alright. We'll go and find some 98. So 3:15. We have 127 k's to go. The Garmin had brought our ETA back to 420. That'll obviously change after we make a stop. So there she is. Pelican River. It's pretty impressive when it's full from bank to bank. This is a big river. Yes, 98. Excellent. Okay, so we got a few litres of fuel and ready to continue. So as you probably guessed, we're not going to Townsville on the highway. We are taking back roads. So back roads will cut across to Flinders Highway, about 20 or 30 k's from Townsville. So we only just have a short run down the Flinders Highway into Townsville. Onto the gravel road. We've got one more dodgy section up ahead. So we have to cross the Horton River not far from here. And when I plotted this course, the Garmin found a way through, but the phone app would not plot a course across here. So whether that means there's no road or just there's no road on the map that's used by the phone app. So far so good. Now it all depends whether there's a bridge across the river or not. If not, well, we'll have to go find another way. But we're used to that. We'll find out very soon. sugar cane there is pretty tall at the moment. Probably not far from harvest. Now this doesn't look good. Does not look good because we have to go that way, straight ahead. There's a lock gate and that little track there does not look like it'll lead to a bridge. So much for no backtrack day, and we'll find another way across. Okay, so I found a way. It's not really much of a backtrack. We just go back down this track here, back out onto that road we were on, and then turn right down this road here, which is called Black Road, and we follow Black Road around, and then it crosses the Horton River, hopefully. Hopefully that's the one that works. Alright, let's go and try that. Well, I made it back to Townsville. I didn't get any video of the second crossing on the Horton River because my SD card was full and I didn't notice. Bit of a rookie mistake there, but then I am a rookie, so I guess that's okay. Except that we don't have any footage now. Anyway, so I'll tell you what happened. So I followed the other road, Black Road, down to the crossing, and I could see on the map that that road went across the Horton River and all the way to Flinders Highway. And so I got to the river, there was water in it, but I found a path, a rocky way across. It was only 4 inches of water, so that all worked. And then there was another dry sand crossing after that. So I got up on the other side, only to find a locked gate and a sign saying private property, of course. And so back across the river it was, back down that awesome dirt road I found, and then it was back to the highway near Garoo to cross the Horton River, and then it was just back into Townsville along the highway. So the total trip kilometres, 6,495. And of course that includes a lot of backtracking every day. But that's all part of the adventure, isn't it? So we're going to end this video now. And do stay tuned for future videos. I have got more rides planned, so there will be more coming up. And we'll see you then.